Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Jaguar Soccer, women's soccer here in Crown Point, Illinois. I'm Mark Robert, bringing you today's action. On my camera support, Devontae Turner. Today, the Jaguars are taking on the Cougars of Indiana University of Kokomo. Welcome to a brand new season of women's soccer. We're going to be bringing it to you live here on their home games in Crown Point Sportsplex. The women's team is looking to go strong for 2023. They're 1-1 in independent play. They lost a tough one against the very large and mighty Purdue Northwest, but then they came back last Saturday and took on Cleary University and beat them 2-1. Last year, the Jaguars only won 2 total games. So a victory today already ties all of last season. The ladies, they're looking stronger, and they are looking faster. This is our first home turf game, and today, keep an eye out for Grace McLaughlin and Bruna Kraszewski. Each of them had goals against Cleary. As for IU Kokomo, the Cougars are coming in here at 1-2-2. 1 win, 2 losses, and 2 ties. They're on their third consecutive CCAC opponent. They lost to IU Northwest last week, and then they tied St. Francis this last Saturday. As for the goal output for the IU Kokomo Cougars, they shellacked Freed Hardeman University 6-1. Their other 4 games, they have only produced a total of 3 goals out of those 4 other games. So we're about to get ready here. We're going to get started shortly. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick break here, send it back to the studio for a commercial break, and we'll see you on the other side of it in 30 seconds. Welcome back to Crown Point Sportsplex. I'm Mark Robert, bringing you today's game. We'll be underway shortly here. Phil Smith will be taking the honors of introducing the 2 teams. I see the Jaguars starting to move to the center, and it looks like IU Kokomo has their crew over in the middle. They'll be moving to the center of the field just shortly. We've got some very nice weather right now today. We're sitting at about 80 degrees. About 3 hours ago, it looked like we were going to be playing in swimsuits and flippers, but today it looks like, or this afternoon, it looks like we've got a beautiful day. We're going to turn it over to Phil Smith.
IU Kokomo. Lady Jaguars are coming off a big win. 2-1. At this time, will you please rise for the playing of our national anthem? And now the starting lineups. First for Indiana University, Kokomo. The goalkeeper is a junior from Edinburgh, Scotland, number 1, Alicia Burns. From Kokomo, Indiana, senior, number 5, Brooklyn Garber. From Canada, sophomore midfielder, number 8, Kaya Bogers. From Lafayette, Indiana, number 9, senior, Kendra Brewer. From Missouri, a junior midfielder, number 10, Mackenzie Gibbons. From California, senior, number 12, Brooke Gill. From Terre Haute, Indiana, senior, number 16, Carly Kellett. From Indiana, junior, number 23, Kelsey Hoot. From Lafayette, Indiana, senior, number 24, Cassie Despinet. From Noblesville, Indiana, senior forward, number 26, Keely Hoopengamer. A junior midfielder, number 27, Ashley Moorfield. The head coach is Sahela Eckhaven, assisted by Caleb Preston. And now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Governor State University Jaguars. Freshman defender number 5, Alyssa Dellinger. A senior from Hammond, Indiana, number 6, Leilani Torado. Freshman midfielder number 8, Anna Isabel Maz. A senior from Chicago Heights. On defense, number 10, Electronics All-American Emily Oviedo. A senior forward, number 11, Bruna Krzyzewski. A freshman, number 12, at forward, Ruby Robles. The goalkeeper from Bolingbrook, Illinois, a sophomore, Myra Guerrero. From Ruston, Louisiana, junior forward, number 18, Morgan Bean. From Chicago, a junior, on defense, number 22, Adri Cornejo. She can run all day. She's a junior from New Lenox, number 23, Grace McLaughlin. And rounding out the lineup, a junior midfielder, number 26, Joanna Bahena. The interim head women's soccer coach is Matt Agert, assisted by Gordy Gerson and Fibo Arriaga. Your officials are Rob De Silva, Christopher Spasovich, and Yvonne Chavez. Welcome to Governor State University Athletics. You're at the Sportsplex in Crown Point, Indiana.
All right, so the introductions are done. The only thing we got left is to play an exciting game over here at Crown Point. Any of you who are tuning in to the first time for one of our broadcasts, as you'll see, this stadium has a football field, an American football field laid out. And, of course, we are playing football or soccer. So the out-of-bounds line is actually about 10 yards, maybe about 5 yards, past the out-of-bounds for the regular football, American football field. There is a yellow line going around the outside of the field, which is your out-of-bounds line. Some people do catch that with the regular out-of-bounds line for American football and get caught off guard, so we're letting you know that. It's a beautiful day here in Crown Point, 81 degrees, as I was just stating earlier. From about 3 o'clock this morning till about 9 or 10, it looked like we were going to be playing in swimsuits, snorkels, and flippers, but the field is in great condition. It is artificial turf, so the water soaked up very quickly on this field, and we are going to have a beautiful afternoon of soccer. The wind at the moment, is blowing west to right, which means close to us on this sideline to the far sideline, although I have been watching the flag float around and go different directions, and just as I say that, the flag is now turned going from south to north, rather. Speaking south to north, IU Kokomo will be heading that direction, or right to left on your screen. Jaguars in this first half will be going from north to south or left to right on your screen. Jaguars in their usual white, brown shorts, orange lettering. And the Cougars, all black uniform, red nameplates and the white lettering for their numbers. The referee's checking over both teams. I think we're about to get ready. Actually, Jaguars will be starting this. Sideline judges are setting themselves up appropriately. We play two 45 minutes halves here. If you did not know, in college soccer, they will stop the clock for an injury timeout or if there's something that needs to be discussed, unlike the big-time soccer matches where the clock just keeps on ticking and then they add more time on the end of 45 minutes. The other news with this game is that they do not play overtime. So if this game ends in a tie, that is the way it'll stay. Last year, the ladies, I believe, had 4 ties for themselves. But on average, every team in the CCAC had anywhere between 4 and 5 ties in their standings. I guess, if anything, with 4 or 5 ties, that just tells you how even the CCAC is with their competition, if we have that many ties between games. Looks like number 18, Morgan Bean, is out there warming up, getting ready. The Cougars have pulled out a ball to warm themselves up. Standing next to Bean is Kruszewski, Bruja Kruszewski. I was just about to check with the press box if they knew what was up, and nobody seems to know why the ref is holding up the game. It looks like I think we may have one of the floor. No, that's one of our guys over on the far left net here. I thought that may have been one of the workers, but it doesn't seem that way. He's just walking past. Well, it looks like we are going to be delayed here. It turns out that there is a hole in the net that they're going to fix. So what we're going to do here is we're going to throw it to the control room. Ike Mena, pull your magic, and let's do a 1-minute commercial break. Okay, we're back on the field. This is Mark Robert bringing you today's action. I guess that if we look over to the south net, they're doing a little repair on the net. I guess there's a rip or a hole in the net, and they're going to use some zip ties to make sure it is locked down. Well, while you're tuning in for our women's soccer game here, we will be having another broadcast on the Jaguar streaming network here tomorrow night when our women's volleyball team will be in action. So you should tune in and check them out also. All from the comfort of your home, although obviously we'd love to see you at the games. But we'll take you online. Give us an audience from home, and that is just perfect with us. So it looks like, nope, they're still working on the net.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Hey, can you put a $3 tip on it? All right, 4190-0212-5250-9011-0726. 119.
Looks like one of the Crown Point ground crew guys are here. So I guess what we're going to do is we're going to send it to another break. We're going to give you guys about 2 minutes to run to your refrigerator, grab your snacks, grab your drinks, grab more snacks and drinks, because obviously I'm sure you've eaten most of them. This is Mark Roberts coming to you from Crown Point, along with Devontae Turner, my media support, Ike Mena back in the control room, and Issa, and I'm sorry, Issa, but I've got to learn how to pronounce your last name. But anyway, we're going to send it back to the control room for a 2-minute break. So we are under action now here over at Crown Point. The Jaguars have the ball heading left to right on your TV screen. Jaguars, nice steal. Cougars thought they had the ball, and Jaguars grabbed it out of the air from them. Jaguars starting to move down out of bounds. It looks like it'll be Cougars' ball. Yes, it looks like it's going to be Cougars' ball. So we're underway again, out of bounds, just as we were about to start. Looks like Jaguars have it. Tilt down just a little bit more. Oh, I'm sorry. Tilt up a little bit.
Oh, they stopped the program now?
Oh, I think they might still have it, but I think that's.
Okay, hang on. I gotta wait for this place in here. So the Cougars kick it down deep with their goalie. Nice kick. Cougars retrieve it on the far end. Cougars trying to move in. Jaguars moving in for the defense. Myra Guerrero, not sure what she was doing, but ball just kind of kept on rolling. She made sure that no Cougar player got near it, but that was a little dangerous because she couldn't see behind her, and someone could have grabbed it from behind. Well, no harm, no foul. Guerrero puts it into play. Jaguars bringing it forward. Nice open kick. Cougars going to play it deep on the far side of the pitch. Out of bounds. It'll be Jaguars' ball. Nice defense on the Cougars. Unfortunately, she kicked it straight out of bounds. So, Jaguars throw it in. Cougars control it in midfield. Oviedo and Robles defending. Way out of bounds by the Cougars. Guerrero is going to put it into play. Guerrero puts it in play, defended by the Cougars. Number 23, Hoot, trying to get in there and cause a little distraction. Grabs the ball and tries to get it in play. Now it's out of bounds. Wasn't sure what happened on that one. Cougars player had her hand on our player, number 22, Adri Conejo, and yet the Cougar player was the one that fell down. So right now both teams are just kind of feeling each other out, trying to figure out their weaknesses, their strengths. We usually see this on every game. They start just a little bit slow and then start picking up the pace as the game goes on. Jaguars have been doing some really good passing on offense. Jaguars bringing it way deep back into their area. Turns around and head back the other direction. Ooh. Nice smack in the back of the head. So the Cougars going to bring it to midfield, find some opening. Morgan Bean down, grabbing her ankle. Clock is stopped at 39:35. So Morgan is down. They're checking her ankle. She's definitely writhing in pain on that ankle. We're going to send it back to the control room for a 30-second break. Mark Roberts, we have no score here at Crown Point. Okay, so we're back here at the Sportsplex. Morgan is still down. We had a collision out there with the Cougars player and Bean. Kind of looked like the Cougar player inadvertently stepped on Bean's ankle. Bean kind of was sliding, trying to defend the ball, try to knock it away from the Cougar player. I unfortunately did not catch a number, but in the attempt of the slide and the block, she was stepped on the ankle. She is moving the foot, which is good. She was wiggling the ankle. Yeah, she's moving the ankle. She's moving the foot. And okay, she is up on her feet, heading to the sideline gingerly, but she is under her own power, not being helped, which is a good sign. Good chance we should see her back. That's just my opinion. That's no fact or any information I've received. We'll see. We'll keep an eye and see if she gets it iced. Actually, she is going to head to the trainer's table to get her ankle looked at. So we're going to get ready to start back up here again. The Cougars have the ball on the far side of the pitch. Grace McLaughlin getting in there to do some blocking. Over in the center, Cougars. .25. Keely Hoppengamer with the kick. Looks like, due to this daytime game, it looks like it's going to be a corner kick by the Cougars, but during a game like this, we do not have the typical four-person. The ball shot into the middle. You can tell the wind just took that ball to the left. Cougars trying to find an opening. Guerrero grabs the ball. Nice block by the Jaguars. So Guerrero puts it to midfield. Cougars all over it. Jaguars shifting their defense. Cougars playing it deep. Trying to find that opening. Jaguars trying to shut off any slot available to get the ball through. We got 38 minutes left in this first half. Cougars taking it back the other way. Jaguars are looking really good on defense. They're moving to every open possible, stopping most passes that are coming past them. At the moment, their offense needs a little more pickup. Jaguars seem to be doing a lot more passing than dribbling. Whistle going the other direction. I didn't catch what the foul was. Possibly was offsides. Cougars trying to find an opening. Jaguars, nice block. Although the Cougars, and we got a wide empty area over on the left side. Cougars and whistle. It was a foul on the Jaguars. Mackenzie Gibbons had wide open space. Jaguars pretty much had no choice but to cause a foul to stop a breakaway. Cougars bringing it up. Number 5. Number 5 Garber with the kick, and number 23 Hoot on the header, but was called offsides. Guerrero bringing the ball back in. 36 minutes left in this first half. Guerrero lining up the shot. Fight in the center of the field for that ball. Jaguars come out with it. Nice defense by number 9, Kendra Brewer, but unfortunately she deflected it out of bounds. Avieto will be throwing it in. Nice stop by the Jaguars. Jaguars got some room. Jaguars up in front of the net, trying to get it around. Player down, stopped by goalie Burns. Alicia Burns has it. Jaguars had a decent look there, but didn't want to load up and fire. Jaguars trying to get control. Heading towards the net again. Defended by Cougars. Foul on the Jaguars. Or foul on Cougars. It'll be Jaguars ball. So free kick. Torado going to do the kick. Torado will be doing the honors. Torado puts it in play towards the net. Burns grabs it. Untouched by anybody else as it got from Torado to Burns. Actually, that was Maz on the kick for Governor State. The tough part here on the field is trying to see those numbers on the far side of the field. My 60-year-old eyes do have a little struggle trying to catch that number, so my apologies. Jaguars got the ball, quickly getting it into play. Jaguars trying to set something up. Moorfield came up from behind, defended that ball, tipped it away. Cougars now have it. Trying that. Jaguars steal it back. Jaguars put it into play. Coming up the far line. Jaguar goes down. No whistle. Ref says play on, but it is Jaguars' ball. Jaguar again throwing it up. McLaughlin. Play by the Cougars getting a little more aggressive. Jaguars are going to either have to equal or push even harder. The speed of this game is picking up from both sides. Down the field by the Jaguars. Burns is going to grab it by the net. Taps it over to Gibbons. Gibbons puts it deeper into play. Cougars coming up the far side. Jaguars defending it out of bounds, but the fact remains the ball was stopped. Jaguars will now regroup and set up on defense. Whistle. Foul on Jaguars. So free kick for the Jaguars. I can't see the number from here. It looks like 27. Moorfield. Ref says hang on. I am not sure what he was doing. I don't know if he tapped the ball. Oh. He's making sure the Jaguars are the correct distance away. He was measuring that distance from the ball to the Jaguar player. Moorfield puts it into play, defended by Governor State nicely. Not sure what Moorfield was trying to do, but that ball did not move anywhere off the ground. If you're a golfer, that shot would have been known as a worm burner. Governor State taking it down. The goalie Burns out of the way. And it's in! It's in! Governor State on the board, 1-0. Grace McLaughlin, unassisted, took it from about halfway on the field, in midfield, took it down the far left side, on the far side of the pitch. The goalie Burns taking a chance, taking a daring chance to stop it, and McLaughlin got past her, and the only thing she had in front of her was green AstroTurf and a white net just waiting for her to come home. So Grace McLaughlin on the board with just under 30 minutes left in this first half. Governor State on the board for one, and they're going to try to go for two here. Nope, Cougars grabbed it. Cougars have slowed it down, stopped it. Cougars trying to take it down the near side here. Number 12. Gill trying to put it in play. Gibbons. Coach Agard is up and animated, trying to make sure his ladies play strong. So Cougars on the far side of the pitch, trying to find an opening. Nice defense out of bounds, but we'll settle back into place. Ever since that score just a couple minutes ago, the Jaguars are now playing at a different speed. Long shot past the goal. So they're considering Kelsey Hoot's shot across the front of the net, a shot on goal. She missed. Guerrero in play. Cougars on the receiving end of her kick. Jaguars trying to get some move. Deep down the side, but way out of bounds. Our wind is now blowing across the field, as shown by that kick. So Cougars put it up. It's a race off to who will get the ball, and it is offsides. Offsides Cougars. So it'll be Jaguars ball. So Guerrero, looked like Tirado was going to take the ball. Instead, Guerrero is now up there. Here goes Guerrero. Jaguars doing a little more dribbling now instead of passing. They're taking the ball themselves. McLaughlin showed them what it takes when you get your hands on the ball. Well, when you get your feet on the ball and take it down the field. So, Cougars are deep in their end, passing it around, finding an opening. White jersey just appears out of nowhere every time that ball gets to a Cougar player. Foul. It's going to be Jaguars ball. Out of bounds, though. Emily Oviedo going to throw it in. 25 minutes left in this first half. Oviedo's going to throw it back in. Oviedo throws it in. Deep kick backwards. Burns kicking it out from her end. I'm sure going through her head was the thought again of possibly losing that ball. And Jaguars taking it home. Whoa. Little errant kick there by number 26. Gibbons kicks it out of bounds for the Cougars. Oviedo is going to be throwing it back in. Oviedo, it's in play. Jaguars in front with it. Trying to find an opening. Nice sliding defense by the Cougars. That was looked like number 12 there, I guess. Brooke Gill. Jaguars had a fairly open field over here on the close side of the pitch. So Cougars trying to get some move. Oviedo gets it back the other way with flag up. So we've got a switch for the IU Kokomo, number 6, Evelyn Hare. Jaguars, McLaughlin on the far left side. Still has it. Tackle by the far end. It's going to be Jaguars ball. Jaguars put it in play. One of our players just got hit. I didn't see from who. Unfortunately, I got into a blind spot with the game. Jaguars out of bounds. Cougars ball. Looks like she got hit in the hip or pelvis bone. Back into action. Number 11, that's Bruna Kraszuski. That went down, or not down, but it's Haley. Deep for the Jaguars. Jaguars, Kraszuski trying to do something with it. tried a quick shot. Shot wide. Jaguars ball out of bounds. 22 minutes left in this first half. Moving pretty quick. We've had a couple early injuries that stopped the clock, which, by the way, we have not seen Moss back in the game. Actually, I'm sorry, that was Morgan Bean. Morgan Bean was out with that nasty ankle. She is on the bench. Cougars trying to find some opening here. Little push and collision there. Number 23, Kelsey Hoot, seems to be the enforcer for the Cougars. She gets involved in a little bit of pushing and shoving. Every team has that one enforcer, although I still haven't really figured out who Governor State's enforcer is. One would say McLaughlin, but at the moment it's because she tends to have the ball most of the time. And rightfully so, since this game is 1-0 Jaguars. Here goes the Jaguars, bringing it up front. Burns quickly gets over and grabs the ball. Burns refused to have the same thing happen to her a second time today. Cougars have it at midfield. I have been really impressed with today's game and the way the Lady Jaguars have been moving around defending the Cougars. They don't seem to be running towards the ball. They seem to run an angle to where they believe the ball may go. And majority of the time, they're guessing right. They're knowing where that ball is to go. Looks like Claudia Lopez may be coming into the game. Okay, Jaguars trying to find some move here. 19:30 left in this first half. There's the whistle. I think the whistle was... there she goes. Claudia Lopez is in the game. Ruby Robles coming out of the game. Walking with a little bit of a limp. Cougars have it on the far pitch. Cougars trying to put it into play. Jaguars defended it. Not going to let that ball anywhere near that net. So corner kick. Cougars put it into play. The Cougar player kind of caught the Jaguars napping when she put it into play extremely quick. The only problem was half her Cougar players were napping too. So the ball into play ended up, seemed like a poor play at the moment because nobody was sure exactly what was happening. So Jaguars trying to get something going deep again. Nice speedy defense by a Cougar player over there. I think it may be Calva Bogers. Nice little bump there by number 6, Leilani Tirado. Toronto may actually become what I would phrase as our enforcer for Governor State. She'll be the one in there getting her hands and feet dirty. Let's just say if she was playing American football on that last play, she would have been flagged for 15 yards for a blindside block. Guerrero put it deep. Cougars trying to find an opening. 16:30 left in this first half. Jaguars have it in the middle of the field. Nope. Cougars come out of that melee with the ball. Cougars kick it over wide right for number 27, Ashlyn Moorfield. So Guerrero's going to bring it up. Guerrero's taking her time. Couple substitutions for IU Kokomo. We've got number 20, Jade Allen, and number 32, Bryn Roberts are now in the game. Jaguars finding some room on the side. Up to play. McLaughlin, whistle. Cougars spreading the ball out, trying to find some room. Over here on the near side of the pitch. Evelyn Hare trying to take the ball up the line. Jaguars defend it nice. Cougars taking it back the other way. Bryn Roberts trying to get to the ball. Didn't make it. Oviedo. Oviedo into play. Yep. Nice play. Nice paying attention by number 26 there. Bahena. Bahena knew that the Cougars tapped the ball, and she just blocked it out and let it go out of bounds, so they were able to settle into play. McLaughlin. Oviedo. Guerrero doesn't even slow it down, just takes it and kicks it away. Coming in. Cougars trying it, hoping that Guerrero would make a mistake, but no. Sure-handed Guerrero grabs that ball. Kind of even teased the Cougar player, kind of held it out to her and goes, look what I got. Jaguars would love nothing but to get another score on that board before halftime, which is about 13:20 away. So, Jaguars. Cougars have it deep. McLaughlin has it, going on the far side of the pitch, trying to get near the net. Passed it through the net. Jaguar player, we need to get a Jaguar player on it. Cougars defend it nice. Too many dark jerseys around that ball. Nice idea by McLaughlin, but nobody there in a white jersey ready to receive it. Nice stop by the Jaguars. Number 6, and there it is, Tirado. McLaughlin, nice steal. Little miscommunication there. McLaughlin was trying to pass it over to Guido, and she went to break away to get the ball coming down the field. and ran away from the pass that McLaughlin shot her way. So Oviedo ready to put it in play. Number 19, Paola Rios, is in for the Jaguars. Cougars trying to find some sort of opening. Just way too many white jerseys around that ball. The way the Jaguars are playing defense out here, I'd swear there's at least 2 extra white jerseys on that field somewhere. So out of bounds, Jaguars ball. We've got 11:15 left in this half. Ball is in the play. Jaguars trying to find some sort of opening. Cougars playing it backwards again. I know playing it backwards helps you set up for the shot. And then, speaking of shot, Cougars try to put it forward again for number 32, Bryn Roberts. That's the second time in about 3 minutes that they try to put it forward for Roberts, but put it way too out far in front of her. Guerrero bringing it back into the middle, taking her time, letting that clock tick away. Urgency is not on our side regarding the scoring. But on the other hand, we don't want to be complacent. We do want to try and get another score on that board. Jaguars play it ahead. McLaughlin, a little too far out in front of her. Out of bounds. Cougars ball. Cougars put it right into play immediately. Did not even waste time. Handball on Cougars. It was kind of wrong place, wrong time. She didn't put her hand out to stop the ball. Just happened to have her hand right there when the ball traveled in the same direction. Jaguars put it deep. And out of bounds. It's going to be Cougars ball. Burns going to put it into play. We got a whistle. Oh. Got a substitution. Isabel Camacho coming in. Ana Isabel Mas coming out of the game. So Cougars, they got just under 9 minutes to try and find a way to tie this game up. Little push in the back by number 3, Isabella Camacho. Ref didn't see it, I guess, so play on. No harm, no foul. Deep to the left side. Deep side of the pitch. Jaguars get it over into the middle, in front of the net. Bruna had an opportunity. Could not get enough leg into it, though, to put it into the net. Burns easily grabbed it and stopped it. So, free kick for Cougars. Got 8 minutes. 8 minutes left in this first half. In the play, Jaguars defend it nicely. Plenty of white jerseys around each other. They're calling it Jaguars. Camacho's going to throw it in. Camacho puts it in. It's going to be Cougars ball. So Liz Sandoval is in the game for Kokomo. Ball in play by the Cougars. Jaguars. Got some room up the line. Bruna tried to get some movement. Unfortunately, the ball didn't want to cooperate. Did a couple too many bounces and has struggled to be able to get her foot back on it. Just under 7 minutes left in this first half. Eggert hollering, drop it, meaning get back on defense. Ball's down. Burns is going to grab it, though. Burns kicks it back into play and back the other direction. Jaguars trying to defend. Here we go again with number 32. Puts it open. Guerrero, though. Guerrero easily grabs it. Bryn Roberts finally had a chance to shoot something towards goal. Could not get any lift or power behind that shot. Just kind of trickled its way over to Guerrero. Little heavy action there in the middle. Cougars player down. She's back up, actually. Walking a little gingerly, but she's still 5:20 left in this first half. Jaguars trying to find some opening. With us closing in on half, and you've got yourself a little break there. Nice little shoulder check by number 26, Keely Hoppengarner for Kokomo. Nice steal from Jaguars. Puts Hoppenganger down to the ground. McLaughlin trying to find some opening. She's on the fire. Stretching those legs out. She passes it towards the net. That was Bruna. Out of bounds. It should be Jaguars' ball. Yes, it is. It's Jaguars' ball. Dillinger putting it into play. Burns grabs the ball. 4:14 left in this half. Jaguars chasing the ball down. Has a Cougar on her tail. Ball out of bounds. It'll be Jaguars. Dillinger puts it into play. Cougars trying to get something going here with just 3.5 minutes left for the half. Jaguars have the ball. Jaguars into play. Pace is picking up on both teams. Both teams know they've got a halftime for a little bit of breather. So both teams trying to push hard. Cougars trying to make a movement here. Kelsey Hoot trying to find an opening. Defended nicely by Camacho. Out of play and into the stands. 2:45 left in this half. Cougars put it into play. So, Cougars trying to find an opening, heading on the far side of the pitch. Put it in play towards the net. Got an open player. Number 23, Kelsey Hoot, had a opportunity. She swung, she kicked, she whiffed. So Jaguars count their blessings on that. This game could have easily been 1-1 with 2 minutes left in this half. And right now, Jaguars still leading 1-0. Ball over the head. Guerrero brings it back the other direction. Looks like the Cougars trying to call an offsides. But only the person in the yellow jersey can call that. Cougars trying to get something on the board. Jaguars swarming like a hive of bees. Cougars trying to lead their player on the far side. Maybe a little too far. Nicely defended by number 5. So Dillinger puts it out of play, but we get to stop. We've got 1:10 left in this game. Ball in front of the net. Jaguars. Not sure. 2 shots on goal by the Cougars. Both. One defended, one over the top of the net. And we've got 50 seconds left in this half. Guerrero getting ready to put it in play. 45 seconds left. Guerrero puts it down deep. Going towards the out of bounds. Out of bounds. It should be Jaguars' ball with 30 seconds left in this half. "20 seconds left in this half. Jaguars taking their time to put it into play. More than happy to go into halftime up 1-0 and giving the Cougars very little time for any kind of opportunity here. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that is the end of the first half. And it has been a good half if you're a Jaguar fan. McLaughlin on an unassisted goal early in the game has the Jaguars on the board and in the lead 1-0. This is Mark Roberts bringing you Jaguar Soccer with my camera support, Devontae Turner, Ike Mena back in the control room, and Issa assisting in my PA, All-Star PA. We will see you after halftime. And we are underway with the second half of this game. Jaguars up 1-0 on a score by McLaughlin, number 23. Speaking of McLaughlin, she's right there in the heat of the battle here. Mark Roberts bringing you today's action from Crown Point Sportsplex. Beautiful facility here in Crown Point. A lot of action happening here. Baseball, soccer, football, softball, all played over here on this property, all age divisions. It's a beautiful facility they have, and we really appreciate them allowing us to play our action here on this field. So the Jaguars, they'll be going right to left on your TV monitor or phone monitor or computer monitor, whatever monitor you're looking at. Cougars going left to right. Wind is settled down a little bit, but coming out of the south, heading north. That may be a plus for the Jaguars if they can get a good load on the ball.
There's a whole lot of things connected to that.
So Cougars trying to put it in play. That's number 32 on the far side. Tries to put it in towards the net. Defended by the Jaguars. Out of play there. Bryn Roberts tried to get that ball in there. She got it close to the net. Unfortunately, nobody in a black jersey could capitalize and put that ball in the net. I would say, oh darn, but of course I'm cheering for the Jaguars. 42:30 left in this game. Still plenty of time for our Jaguars to put another score on the board or for the Cougars to tie this game up. But as that clock keeps ticking, that clock will become a larger and larger opponent for the Cougars if they're staying on the lower end of the scoreboard. So the Cougars trying to find some movement, trying to find some opening here. Cougars seem to come out this half just a little more aggressive than the Jaguars. Although the Jaguars are playing a little more disciplined. McLaughlin. Offsides. Eggert and anybody being a Jaguar fan a little upset over that play. Again, I try to be objective. I know I'm a Jaguar cheerleader here, but I'm trying to be objective, and I do not think that was an offsides myself. So it's Jaguar ball. Number 8 putting it into play. Nice kick by Moss. Ball's in front of the net. Jaguars trying to get some sort of nice kick out of number 12. Trying to put it into play. McLaughlin on the far side. Stopped by Burns. McLaughlin would have been a tough shot, but she did have some room. Unfortunately, could not get enough oomph behind it. It's the second time she's had a chance for a shot, and unfortunately the ball does not cooperate and continues to bounce and does not give her a chance to get her foot on the ball. So the Cougars playing it deep in their end. Just under 40 minutes left in this game. Cougars putting it into play. I know I said it earlier in the first half, and I believe that the Jaguars are proving my point that their defense this year, just even out of this one game, is so much more improved than I've seen in the past. If you did not know, these young ladies would actually meet at Governor State at 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning to do conditioning for soccer. And how do I know that? Because I'd be pulling into the campus myself and see them training over in the practice field. Spill by Cougars. Ref's not calling anything, just so incidental contact, but that Cougar player is probably going to check for some strawberries, and I don't mean the little fruit that you pick from the vine. If you're not familiar what a strawberry is probably what she now has on her knees or her elbows from sliding across that artificial turf. You pretty much kind of get yourselves a little bit of a road rash on your skin. So, Cougars trying to play again here, bringing it up the far side of the pitch. Jaguars, nice stop, out of bounds, but it doesn't matter. Stop the play. So, number 8 trying to get it out of there. Bogers. The problem being is Bogers had 5 people around her, and every one of them had a white jersey. Cougars bringing it up the far side, finding some opening. Trying to find an opening towards the net. Puts it on the outside for number 24. And it sounds like fans in the stands are not agreeing with the ref either. Cougars playing it up the right line. Out of bounds. Jaguars ball. Put it too far out in front. .36:40 left in this first half. Ball's out of bounds. It'll be Jaguars. Dillinger throwing it in. Jaguars trying to find some room. Cougars. Guerrero taking her time, trying to find an opening. McLaughlin, nice steal. Deep down the far right side. Unfortunately, a little too deep. It'll be Cougars ball. Cougars getting it back into play real quick. Cougars tend to play a fast start when it's their chance to throw it in from out of bounds. I don't think they've had a single play where the player waited anything longer than about a second and a half. Cougars trying to find some opening down the left side. Heading towards the net. Cougars trying to put something in the play, nicely defended. That was Bogers who kicked it out. I believe that it'll be a corner kick. Hoot taking the corner kick. Cougars put it into play. Get it towards the net. McLaughlin into the center there with a collision. Ref called it incidental. Keep on playing. Cougars trying to bring it back the other way again. A little wide open if they get it past the front line of Governor State. The only problem is that's been a problem all day to get it past that front line. Towards the net, way past the net. Guerrero was glued to that ball, following it until it got past her on the net and let it roll out of bounds. Guerrero. Cougars coming back the other way. Cougars are starting to get a little aggressive on that dribble. Puts it deep. Jaguars have it in the middle. No, Cougars are going to cut it off. Try to bring it back the other way. So it'll be Cougars ball. Looks like it's going to be a corner kick. 33 minutes left in this half. Looks like number 27, Moorfield, will be taking the corner kick. Puts it towards the net, puts it way past, bouncing around and out of bounds. That was one of those dangerous balls where it just kind of bounces all around, bounces in all directions with nobody really with any control. And I've seen too many of those balls take a bad bounce and just trickle into the net. Thankfully, this time it just bounced off to the left and out of bounds. Cougars trying to defend it deep. We got one player around them for ourselves. Morgan Bean. Morgan's back in the game. Jaguars putting it deep towards the net. Clock just ticking away. Here comes the Cougars back the other direction. Putting it out into the middle of the field. Jaguars spread it out. Cougars have an opportunity. Nicely stolen by the Jaguars. Leilani Toronto sweeps in and makes a wonderful steal. Number 10, Mackenzie Gibbons for Kokomo, was starting to have a wide open space and cut off quick by Toronto to stop it. Kick towards the net. Hits the side of the net, no damage. Guerrero has it. 31 minutes left in this first half. Guerrero about to put it deep. Cougars heading it back the other direction very quick. Guerrero stops that ball. Deep. Governor State trying to get into it. Oh. Bad move. According to the play, number 5, Garber, a little bit of acting, I think, but the fact remains is Jaguar player, number 18, Bean, had her foot up in the air while Cougars player came in, Gibbons, and head to foot will always go to the person with the head in on the play. Cougars trying to find some opening here. 30 minutes left in this game. Cougars have it on the far right. Shot towards the goal, off the side of the net. No harm, no foul. Guerrero dribbling it to the side, taking it to the far side of the pitch, taking her time. Jaguars are doing anything they possibly can to let that clock start ticking. So Jaguars have it. Jaguars center. Intercepted by the Cougars. Cougars in the center of the field with the ball, bringing it to the outside. Shot towards the goal, nicely defended by Governor State. That is Torado again. Torado has been all over that field. It's going to be a corner kick. Looks like Hoot will be kicking it. Yeah, Hoot with the corner kick. Hoot into the center. On top of the net, actually. Cougars' last 5 shots on goal have all been into the side of the net or the top of the net. I'm presuming they know they have to get it into the front of the net where the opening is. Okay, Cougars kicking it back to Burns. Burns puts it up and out. And very out. That one's going to take a they may not even be able to get that ball. It doesn't look like any open fences are available to get to the field where the ball is at. Cougars trying to battle. Out of bounds. It's Cougars' ball. It's a race up the side. McLaughlin with the steal. Out of bounds now. Cougars quick play again. Again, less than a second, and that ball's back in action. Ball in action. Cougars have it. Towards the net. Guerrero grabs it. We got 26:30 left in this game. Nice header by Governor State. Ball's way down, but Burns is the only one in the territory for the ball. Trip, foul. Number 11, Krzyzewski going after the ball. Caught the foot of number 12, Gill. Cougars finding some opening. Put it to the far side, across the net. Clears everybody. Another shot. Blocked by Governor State. Cougars trying to put the pressure on. Out of bounds, Jaguars ball. So the Cougars got the ball down there near the net, taking 3 shots towards the net. All defended nicely by Governor State, but it was rapid fire trying desperately to get the Jaguars off kilter. Jaguars staying strong to where that ball is. 25 minutes left in this half. Out of bounds off of McLaughlin. Jaguars on defense. Ball's deep. Cougars trying to get it. Going to take it over to Burns. Cougars going down the left side, trying to find the opening. White jersey starting to get in front of her. Misses the goal. Guerrero comes out to cut down the angle of the ball. The ball is kicked. Had a wide open net, but the angle that Guerrero caused for the kicker made the ball go wide right. That could have easily been 1-1 on that play. Okay, out of bounds. Cougars ball. Cougars throwing it in. That's probably the longest they've ever held the ball on that play. Cougars passing it around, trying to find an opening. Ball curving. Nope. Thought it was going to go out of bounds. It stayed in. Unfortunately, the Cougars intercept it. Jaguars satisfied to just hit it out of the area. 23 minutes left in this game. Charity Lewis, number 19, is in for the Cougars. Cougars, ball's in. Trying to find an opening, trying to find some room. Bringing it forward. Kick deep. Cougars trying to find an opening. Guerrero jumps on it. Guerrero jumps on it. Number 10, Mackenzie Gibbons, coming up limp. She tried to dodge Guerrero and didn't dodge fast enough and tripped over Guerrero. Ball's out to the side again. Kick towards the net. Gibbons is really hurting. She tried to swing and shoot that and almost toppled over. Guerrero going to bring it back into play. Ball over to the side. Kind of putting it into Gibbons territory where she is limping. They're just going to say Governor State's ball. I'm hearing a little shout of where's the yellow card. The only thing is, though, is I think that's from where it's coming from, that's the Kokomo crowd asking for a yellow card on a Jaguar player. Deep ball. Gracie and number 12, Robles, was in the territory. Unfortunately, Burns got to that a whole lot quicker than they did. Well, no, not a whole lot. Just got there before. Cougars down in their area again, trying to get it on goal. Cougars have been impressive getting the ball down towards the net. They just haven't been able to succeed with getting the ball in the net. Cougars have 15 shots on the game, although only 2 shots on goal.
She was working over
Meanwhile, 4 on goal for the Jaguars. 6 shots total. Got 20 minutes left in this half. 20 minutes left in this game. And 20 minutes left to where the Jaguars can tie their win total from last year. Nice stop. Jaguars trying to find some opening here. Defended by the Cougars nicely, taking it back the other way. Out to the side with number 10 again. A little collision. Mariana Tinoco of Matson, Illinois, just around the corner from Governor State, is back in the game. Guerrero going to put the ball in play. McLaughlin trying to walk a tightrope with that. Dillinger. It's going to be Cougars ball. Hoot going to put it in play. McLaughlin defending her. McLaughlin and Bean. Kick out to the outside. Number 24 for Kokomo. Dispinell putting it way out of bounds. Couple new players for the Cougars. Number 32, Bryn Roberts. Number 36, Liz Sandoval are in the game for the Cougars. So the Cougars are putting some fresh legs out on the field. Just under 18 minutes left in this game. Cougars putting it towards the net. Nicely defended by number 5, Dillinger. Jaguars are flirting a little bit. They've been leaving a couple Cougars players wide open on this near side pitch. So it's going to be a corner kick by the Cougars. Normally it was Roberts, but we have somebody new in there now. Kick towards the net. Clears everything. Out of bounds. Cougars going to put it back in play. We got 16:30 left in this game. Jaguars get it out of there. A little collision. Ref says no harm, no foul. So Cougars in play in the front. Cougars lined up to kick that hard and then held up. Out in the middle. Cougars passing it around, spreading that field, trying to find an opening. Every time they try to find an opening, there's a white jersey that sneaks up and plugs the hole. Guerrero out to stop the ball. She's just going to let it go out of bounds. Nope, stops it just before out of bounds. Cougar player. Whistle. In comes Jaguar player. Number 30, Claudia Lopez. So Lopez is in the game. 15 minutes left on this clock. Whistle. It's going to be Cougars' ball. Jaguars backing up, getting ready on defense. Ref timeout, clock stop with 14:30. Not sure exactly what's happening. Number 8 coming in the game. Kaya Bogers is in the game. Whistle starts, clock's underway. Guerrero grabs it out of the air. 23 with the shot. Kelsey Hoot. Governor State. Cougars putting it deeper and deeper. Jaguars have it. Trying to find some room. Jaguars trying to put a little more pressure on it here. Just under 14 minutes left. Jaguars. Cougars get behind some of the players, trying to find an opening down the field. Out wide for number 32. Grabbed by Guerrero. Guerrero dives in there and grabs that ball. Number 32 for Kokomo, Bryn Roberts, was getting ready to load up and kick. Guerrero keeping between her and the net. Handball on Bean. Just an inadvertent bounce. Ricocheted off her knee and then hit her hand. McLaughlin. Oh, collision. Nice defense by Cougars, number 24. Dispinet. Got to hand it to her. You see McLaughlin tearing down towards you. You either can get out of the way and scream, or you can get in there and attack. And Cougars player got in there and attacked. Dispinet. McLaughlin trying to get it out from the sideline. Unfortunately, right smack dab into too many black jerseys. Cougars on the far pitch side. Finding an opening, trying to find some room. Dribbling around, putting it out to the outside. Number 32 on the far right has it. And again, stopped again. Bryn Roberts has consistently had the ball over on this near pitch side, the right side of the net, and just cannot get at least an extra second to load up and attack. A white jersey has been on top of her every single time she tries. We've got 11:30 left in this game. In play. Cougars still trying to find something. $10:50 left on that clock. Cougars trying to find something up there, being a little reckless at the moment, but the ball is getting down there to their side. White jerseys surrounding it. Whistle. So, free kick over in the corner. Morgan getting down to the net. Cougars. Looks like 27 is taking it. Moorfield. Thanks to the heavy wind. As you can see, the heavy, strong wind blowing from southwest over to northeast. Kick towards the net and way over again. Way over the net. Number 10 for Kokomo coming in. Mackenzie Gibbons is back in the game. We have 9.5 minutes left in this game. The clock has now officially become an opponent for the Cougars. A weak opponent, but yet it's an opponent nonetheless. 81 minutes is off that clock, and the Cougars have not scored, and now they only have 9 minutes to be able to try to find one. Cougars trying to find an opening. Cougars trying to find something in the opening to the center of the field. Guerrero. Shot wide left. Eight and a half minutes left in this game. Out of bounds. Jaguars ball. Jaguars not rushing it. They know they've got the edge right now. They know that clock is now become an opponent. And they're just going to help that clock be a stronger and stronger opponent. So, Cougars steal. Cougars trying to find some opening. Jaguars getting it out of their end. Wasn't sure of that play. I guess she played it off her chest. It almost looked like she was trying to do a volleyball bump with her arms in front of her. Although I guess it was okay because the ref never called the whistle, but he did call a whistle here. Foul on Governor State. Tripping. We have 7.5 minutes left in this game. Cougars trying to find a way. Cougars putting it way deep. Guerrero pulls it out in traffic. And when I say traffic, that was two brown jerseys waiting right in front of her, waiting for that ball to drop. But the sure-handed Guerrero kept it in her hands, and McLaughlin trying to get in there. Kick towards the goal. Oh! Burns stops the ball, but almost lost it between her legs, which would have rolled it right into the net. She did not have a grip on that until it was actually past her hands. Guerrero getting it out. 6.5 minutes left. Cougars putting some pressure on. Whistle. Cougars getting ready to put it into play. Clock is still ticking away. Shot towards the goal, on top of the net again. 5:30 left in this game. Dillinger back in the game, number 5 for Governor State. Guerrero put it into play. Stopped by Governor State, although almost put it the wrong way. There we go, way down the line. If anything, this is going to take a lot of time off the clock. Burns puts it back in play the other direction. Governor State had an opportunity there, just could not get a runner up there to grab the ball. Cougars down in their area again. Wide right by number 26. Hoopengarner. 4.5 minutes left in this game. Cougars are starting to put on the pressure. Starting to put on the heavy pressure. The defensive work of Governor State has kept them alive in this game. Defended by a white jersey. Cougars get it back. Cougars putting it down deep. Way off to the left side. Little collision. We had some stumbles and falling. Ref says keep playing. Governor State. 3:45 left in this game. Jaguars defended out of bounds. It's going to be a corner kick for the Cougars. Cougars, corner kick. Towards the net. Plenty of white jerseys. Get it out of the way. Jaguars defend that nicely. Ball is still rolling. Clock is still ticking. 3:15 left in this game. Jaguars. It'll be Jaguars ball. Out of bounds off the Cougars. 3 minutes. 3 minutes left in this game. Ball's thrown out. McLaughlin. McLaughlin's got it. Gonna try. Stumble over. Okay. McLaughlin's got to get up. McLaughlin trying to plead her case, but she's got to get back in the game. Two and a half minutes left in this game. Cougars trying to find an opening. White jerseys swarming around. Garber tried to put it deep. McLaughlin got in the way of it. Cougars put it down the far right side, trying to find some opening along the side. Jaguars nailed it right on top of the ball. Knew where that ball was going. 2 minutes left in this game, just under 2 minutes. Jaguars looking for their second victory on the season. Cougars pressuring the net in front of the net and through and by. Out of plays, out of bounds. Clock still ticking, 90 seconds left in this game. Cougars trying to find a way to get one last desperate shot on net. The Jaguars' defense has been stifling today, and hopefully it can hang on for another 80 seconds. Cougars trying to find an opening. White jerseys all around. White jerseys getting out, surrounding the ball. Way on play, McLaughlin puts it deep. Burns runs up, grabs it, out of bounds. 1 minute left in this game. Jaguars have the ball, taking their time. They're not rushing it. They are not rushing it, letting that clock tick away. 48 seconds left. Timeout. Time with 44 seconds left on the clock. Not sure what. Ball in the play. Clock's ticking. Deep down to Burns. Burns grabs it out of the air. Trying to find an opening, putting it deep down to middle field. Cougars have it. 30 seconds left on the clock. White jerseys surrounding the ball. Jaguar, nice deep kick. There goes that clock ticking even more. 20 seconds. Burn, one last breath for Cougars. Jaguars, McLaughlin, kicking it. No, I'm not going to kick it deep. 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it is a victory for the Jaguars. The score, Governor State Jaguars 1, IU Kokomo Cougars 0. That is a second victory of the Jaguars for the season, and they have just tied their win output from last year. So this is Mark Roberts coming to you from Crown Point Sportsplex with my camera operator, Devontae Turner. For the two of us and Ike Mena and Issa back in the control room, catch us tomorrow night when we broadcast the Jaguars volleyball from the Arc. We will see you tomorrow night.